Welcome to BeerDisciples. I'm Ross Quintana.
And I'm Richard Callahan.
That's right. And this here is a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. Bam! How about that, huh? A low introductory.
Shaking it up there?
Yeah, yeah. There you go. This was, and I don't know for sure if it was, I don't know what I didn't look deep enough to know in history, but I know this is kind of their flagship down at Sierra Nevada, and certainly one of their most popular beers. So
yeah, I think it was one of their first. We don't know that it was their first, but I kind of have a feeling that it was.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
All the, I believe it's bottle. I thought I could see that it was bottle conditioned. This is Sierra Nevada, and they're out of Chico, California. So, and the style is American Pale Ale.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And it's kind of a balanced style. So even though the lines aren't directly drawn, and some people already know this, but there's a lot of people who are just getting into craft beer who don't know a difference between an IPA and an APA and a stout and all this and that. But the APA, American Pale Ale, is just generally more of a balanced beer. It's going to have some malt balanced with hop is kind of roughly where it goes. And that being said, it can go from 4 to 7% ABV, but the hop profile can go up and down. So it's kind of hard. There's a lot of blurred lines when it comes to what's an IPA. Oh, no, that's an APA. Oh,
With
no.
my experience with American Pale versus IPA is American Pale seems to be more aromatic, and IPA, though aromatic, has a lot more hop bitterness and hop profile throughout the drink, and the American Pale is showcased beautifully with Bitter American from 21st Amendment. It smelled amazing, but you didn't get any of that huge hop profile that you thought, the big bite that you're going to get. It was just totally balanced and very smooth. So I think that's the goal for the APA. It's not like a big in-your-face beer. It's just more, you get the enjoyment of the aroma, and it's balanced.
And that's one of the things that some of the online reviewers, I think the Brew Dudes did a comparison for APAs, and one of the things they said about this one is that it gives you that joy, like the nose of an IPA and all of that, but without all of the bitterness, so that you can, it was just perfectly balanced so that you can kind of get the best of both worlds on that. So anyway, let's crack this baby open. Top beers in this category are Three Floyds Alpha King on RateBeer, and then Alpine Beer Company's Happy Birthday. And this is 5.6 ABV, 37 IBUs on that. The malts are going to be two-row, pale, and caramel, and then the hops are Magnum, Pearl, and then they finish with Cascade. So pretty good little spectrum there. Let's go ahead and get our pour on here. As you can see, I had a casualty this week of my Sam Adams glass, and so I'm going with the Pilsner glass here. I got another one on its way, and yeah, that was, you want to talk about action inside bubbling over? That was me when I saw my favorite glass was cracked by my son. So okay, so I don't know how carbonated they are. I'll start it off. I'll ring the bell. Ring my bell. What? Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Youngin', you don't even know what I just sang. You're like, what was that? Like a folk poem? All right, let's see this thing. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. It's just
looks highly carbonated.
Yeah. almost Sam Adamish, but maybe, yeah. It's definitely highly carbonated. It's got a nice honey color. You know, it's got just a smidge. I couldn't tell if my glass was a little dirty or if it's got a slight haze to it. I think it's got a slight haze, so that makes me feel better.
Yeah, it does. It has a slight haze. Yeah, definitely nice, slightly hazy honey color.
Oh, you know what? I know some people don't do that, but I do. Let me see if that goes down in there.
There you go. You got it.
Yeah, you know, and in reading on these bottle conditioned one, some people will swirl it around and pour the rest in there. Some people don't. It's a matter of taste. Some people don't like the yeast, so some beers will even say don't. Other ones say do. So what I've found is I don't mind it. I don't think it detracts. I think it adds a little bit more of a color profile, a little more depth, and so I'm okay with it. So I guess that's just for your personal taste. If you like it, I think it also gives it a little bit more of a bready note.
Yeah,
So.
It's got a nice white head, big bubbles. It looks like it's going to be a refreshing beverage.
Yeah.
Let's give it a try.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. It's got sort of a...
I'm going to have to, like, pop it up here to get past the head, get a sniffle on it. It's got a nice little balanced hop.
I don't mean this
profile.
as an insult, and it's going to come off as an insult, but it's got a little bit of like a Miller Genuine Draft smell in the feel to it. Like, I don't...
How's that not an insult?
I don't know. It's just... I'm just going to say
You're fat and ugly, but what I mean is in a good way, because times are tough.
It's got more depth than that. It's just reminiscent of it. And it's got a... I'm getting some bready notes. It definitely smells good. It smells like it's going to be refreshing.
Yeah, I think that... I see what you're saying as far as the balance profile. I mean, it's bigger. I mean, obviously than a Miller or something like that, but it's got a very balanced and almost a light, refreshing nose on it. So yeah, let's check it out here.
Very carbonated.
That is well built. I mean, it is kind of what they say. Not that it's big or overly large, but it's in good balance. It's almost like, the beer chiropractor.
I'm kind of getting, Go ahead.
It's like some things, it's like if you go to the chiropractor. It wasn't that, you could live without it, but when you just feel a little bit better when everything's in a line. And beers are like that. Some beers, just the whole profile feels like the whole thing's together. Whether you like what's there or not, that's another story. But some of them are out of balance and some of them are in balance, and this is definitely something that's in balance.
It's good. The hops that they used, I think I'm a little partial to the ones that are more citrusy and grapefruity. Like the ones whatever 21st Amendment.
I can taste
used,
the Cascades for sure.
Whatever 21st Amendment used, that was such a perfect balance. This is a little bit out of balance with the hops for me. The malt is nice.
The malt is right on for the size of beer this is.
Yeah, it's good. The carbonation distracts a lot from the taste for me, and the hops are a little bit. I think they're a little bit too bitter for a pale. Not that I mind bittering hops at all, but it's
I think the Cascade on the finish, that's what that is, and it gets that little bit on your tongue, that little bitterness right at the end there on your tongue.
I think this could be. I think it could stand to be a little bit more sweeter.
Yeah.
Just keep this. I'm not asking for a bigger beer, just a little bit more malt sweetness.
Maybe a
the malt
smidge more caramel malt.
The malt is just at a balance right now, and I'd prefer just a little bit sweeter. But
I can see why a lot of people like this though, because
it's easy drinking.
It is.
It's refreshing. It's
because
also,
in many ways it bridges that gap. It's kind of what Sam Adams tries to do with craft beer, in the sense that, is it a beer someone who buys a Miller could try? Yes.
Yeah.
Is it something that a craft beer drinker could try? Yes. I mean, it'd be a little bit of a letdown, but they're right in that hybrid area on the line, and that's how I feel about it.
So in the mouthfeel, I'm not sure if we got this or not, but I feel like it's a little too carbonated and it distracts a little bit from the flavor, and I'm not able to get everything that's there. Overall, I'm going to give this a B-. I think it's going to be good on a hot day. It's going to be good with a group of friends or whatever. You bring a 6-pack. But the reason why I'm being harsh on it and giving it a B- is because even though this is a smaller beer, I know that in this category I can be wowed, and I just wasn't with this. And I think this is it's a beer built to please more people, not to please less people. So.
Well, I think the way to sum it up is that for somebody who drinks, Budweiser, Miller, and all that kind of stuff, that leans towards the hoppier side, if that's possible, if it were possible with those beers. But this is like almost the non-craft beer drinker's IPA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess that's just how I would say it. So for me, Yeah, I've had some. I understand. I can see the qualities that people might be picking out there, but they may be giving them too much credit. For me, it's max a B, maybe a B minus. I don't know that I'd go B minus because I've had some worse B minus beers, just that were out of balance. This is all right for me. It's right in between a B minus and a B. So I'm gonna give it a B, and I'm gonna say overall for me. Probably more like maybe an 88. I'm about an 88, 87 on this. And then for the style, it's probably a 90, maybe. I don't know that it's in the top 90. Maybe it's an 89. I don't think it's a 99. I've had better, smaller beers in this style that aren't even in the top 10.
Yeah.
So anyway, so love it or hate it. Top local options. I lost my taco joke. Dale's Pale Ale from Oscar Blues, number 5 on RateBeer. McKellar All Others Pale is number 6. Great Divide Fresh Hop Ale, I'm going to try that one. Is number 8. Deschutes Hop Trip, I can't remember if I've tried that. And Stone Pale Ale, which we'll be trying shortly here. So check us out on Facebook /BeerDisciples, and you can email us at thebeerdisciples@gmail.com. and ask us questions, tell us off. I don't care.
Beer suggestions,
yeah.
beer trades.
Yeah.
We take it all.
That's right. Give us your beer to drink. We'll review it. If you're afraid to get on camera, we'll drink your beer without you. If you want to be a star, we'll drink it with you. For an extra beer, I'll let you sit on my lap, depending on how big you are. So until next time,
Cheers.
I'm going to say cheers.